Hi everybody. I'm back. And today Jeannie Young is going to show you all how to make fried okra. Yep, fried okra is on the menu today at the Young's house for lunch. You all asked for it. You all asked for fried okra. You all said, Gina, do you have a good recipe for fried okra? Yes, I do, and I'm going to show you all how I like to make it today. So, here's what you will need. You will need fresh okra. When you purchase your okra, you want to make sure that you get the smaller version. The bigger kind, you would want to use the bigger kind for soups and stews. See this one here? See how it's not really fat? This is the size that you're going to want. You want to make sure that you wash these off with cold water and a little bit of salt, okay? And then you want to pat them dry with a paper towel. You're going to need 2 eggs as well as buttermilk. You will need sea salt and cracked black pepper as well as all-purpose flour and yellow cornmeal. Now here's the thing about the yellow cornmeal. It doesn't have to be yellow. It can be white cornmeal as long as it's cornmeal. But traditionally you will see the yellow cornmeal. It won't taste different if you use white, okay? So now, over here on my stove, I have vegetable oil. Let's come a little bit closer. I have vegetable oil heating up in this pan here on a medium-high heat. Medium-high heat is the temperature that we're going to use to cook. Over here, I have a cooling rack. And I just have a cookie sheet. I have aligned the cookie sheet with aluminum foil. What this cookie sheet will do, it will help to drain the okra after it comes out of the oil, and it'll also prevent your okra from getting soggy at the bottom. Because literally, if you take your fried okra out of the oil and you put it onto a paper towel or you just put it onto a plate, the bottom of your okra is going to get soggy. By using this cooling rack, it allows air to circulate all around the fried okra and it will remain nice and crunchy. Okay, so we have that. Medium-high heat on the oil. Let's come over here and I'm going to show you all how to simply, very simple, how to cut the okra. Okay? So then, let's put our okra onto our chopping board. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be able to show you all how to do this today. Okay, what you want to do, I hope that you all can see, you always want to take this end part off, just like so, and discard of it. Okay, and then here's the thing, if you want to chop yours like this, you know, to where it's a little bit longer, you can. But I'm going to do mine in this manner, and I'm going to try my best to make them all the same size. Okay, now this part right here that's at the end, it's really up to your discretion whether you want to keep it or not. I kind of just toss it, okay? We don't want to fry that end up. So this is the size that I like to do, and I'm going to try to make sure that each piece is the same size. Today is Monday, and I hope that you all had a great Mother's Day. I keep wanting to say Valentine's Day. I did a Mother's Day video yesterday for you all. And what I did was I put music on the video. And I tried to post it without monetizing it. But for some reason, I was not able to upload the video. I uploaded it and then it told me that it wouldn't be visible worldwide. So then YouTube, they messaged me and they said, the reason why is because you have the music. Okay, and they told me, they said, this will not be a strike against your channel or anything. They said, you just can't have the music. Well, I thought that you could have the music as long as you don't monetize it. Well, evidently, So I had such a great video to show you all for Mother's Day, but it's okay. And the reason why it's okay is because I have so many other vlogs and so many other videos that I'm going to do for you all. You all will forget about the Mother's Day video. Okay, so I just have to take that video as a loss. But what I will do at the end of this video, I'm going to show you all my kitchen table of all of my beautiful presents. I'll make sure that I do that. Okay, and then you can see a little bit of my Mother's Day. So yesterday we had Smoky Bones, and I absolutely love smoky bones. So I enjoyed that. I had steak, I had a baked potato, I had the cinnamon apples, I had the garlic bread, I had the ribeye steak, and I went to town, you hear me? And I enjoyed my time when the kids came over. And it was such a great day, and I hope that you all had a great day with your mothers as well. So today, I'm going to show you all how to make this very quick and simple recipe for fried okra. This recipe will go over well with your family. And I can't wait till you make this for your family, and you all let me know what you think about the recipe and just how easy it is to make. You know, a lot of people think that certain meals are hard to make, you know, until I do the video and show you all, hey, it doesn't take any time, very quick and simple, and it tastes so good. Okay, see this here? We're just gonna continue to cut these. Try to do them the same size, and the reason why you want to do the same size is because the cooking time. So if you have small pieces, they'll be done before the bigger pieces. Okay, that's the reason why you want to try your best to make them the same size, because you would have to literally search out grab out the small ones because they're done before the big ones. And then to prevent it, you just make them all the same size. All right, we're going to use that buttermilk, and you're going to use around about a cup of buttermilk with 2 eggs, 2 large eggs. And what I like to do is I like to soak my okra into the egg and the buttermilk. And what that does is it'll help to adhere your flour and your cornmeal, and it also will give it a great taste. The buttermilk will. If you're that person that says, Gina, I really don't like buttermilk. Well, here's the thing. You can use just regular milk. But if you don't mind buttermilk, give it a try because it makes it absolutely amazing. And what I like to do, the buttermilk will help to tenderize the okra as well. What I like to do is I like to set my okra into the buttermilk and the egg for at least a half an hour before we coat it with our breading. Okay? So that's a good trick. Make sure you always don't just, toss it in there and then toss it right into your flour and your cornmeal, okay? And when we use our cornmeal and our flour, we're going to use 1 cup each, all right? And some of you might say, but how much okra is that you're using, Gina? Well, I grabbed like 3 or 4 handfuls. That's typically what I do. And then if my family wants more, I'll save some for later, and I like to make it fresh. Because I think the best way to eat fried okra is always fresh. When you feed this to your family, you want to feed this to them right out of that fryer, okay? I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this for some stewed tomatoes. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead. Crack your egg into a separate bowl. You always want to crack your egg into a separate bowl to make sure that your egg is nice and fresh, and also to make sure that you don't get any eggshells. Because things happen, and it's possible that you can have a bad egg, or it is possible that you can get an eggshell. And if you do get an eggshell and you were to crack it in here with your buttermilk, what would happen is you would have to throw everything out. Okay? That's why you always like to do a separate bowl ahead of time. Then we're going to use 1 cup of buttermilk. Let me give it a nice shake. And we're going to season this up. Oh yeah. See that there? My word. Woo-wee. My mouth is watering already. I can't wait to sink my teeth down into this fried okra. I don't know when's the last time I had it, but we're going to have it today. You hear me? Absolutely we are. Let's mix it up just like so. Okay? And then you're going to put your fresh okra into your mixture. Now, some of you might say, okay, so can I use frozen okra? You can, but it's not, by far, it's not going to be like the fresh. Okay? You're going to have a hard time getting the coating, you know, the batter to stick to it because of the texture and it being previously frozen. So, do I suggest that you use frozen okra? I really don't suggest it, okay? I would prefer that you go to your market or whatever store you like to go to and get fresh okra. This will set for, you have to have the time to at least let this set for a half an hour, okay? It'll make it nice and tender and give it that great flavor that we all love. Go in with cracked black pepper. Meanwhile, I have my oil heating up. It's heated up enough, so what I've done is I've turned my oil down to low heat, okay? While this marinates and gets nice and beautiful. Let's put some salt in, but don't get crazy with the salt, okay? Just a little bit will do you. A little bit will go a long way. That's enough. Okay? Let's mix this in just like so. And then you don't have to put it in the refrigerator. Okay, you don't have to cover it up. Just keep it on your counter and let it be. It'll be just fine for a half an hour. All right? So then, let me show you how to make we're going to use 1 cup of the cornmeal, 1 cup of the flour. It doesn't have to be, you know, exact measurements, because if you have less okra than I have, then you can use less. You can use a half a cup each. All right? There's that. And here's your flour. Do you have to sift the flour? No, you don't. Okay? Okay, everybody. So then, we have our cup of flour. Here's what I'm going to tell you about the flour. Okay? Check me out. Listen to this. I feel like, now I have made fried okra both ways, where you just use the cornmeal, and I've made okra where you use the cornmeal and the flour. I feel like when you use the cornmeal and the flour, it comes out much better. Trust me when I tell you this. Do it this way. Don't just use the cornmeal. You have to have the cornmeal, but use both of them. And take the time to mix them together. You want to make sure that they're well incorporated so it all looks one color. Okay? Once it looks one color, it's ready. Now, we're going to let our beautiful okra, let's bring it over here so y'all can see. We're going to let that soak for half an hour. We'll come back. Oh, I already have a spoon in there. My goodness. Okay, so we're going to let that soak for a half an hour. We're going to come back and we're going to give this a nice fry. I'm going to show you just how simply this can be made. Okay, everybody, now what you want to do, this is a slotted spoon. You want to make sure, or you can use your hands and you can just kind of do like this and get all of that egg yolk and that buttermilk to fall between your fingers, or do it this way with a slotted spoon. Then we're going to go in here, okay? And you're going to take and dredge it, just like so, okay? Let it fall. Let all that goodness fall out of there, okay? Because you don't want soggy or you don't want wet okra, okay? See that there? Let it all fall out of that spoon. Take your time. We're not rushing in this kitchen, like I always like to say. Hey, listen here. If you can have some patience in your kitchen, trust me, you're going to have some good food. You hear me? Absolutely you are. Okay? When you dredge it, you want to try to make sure that you push everything apart. You don't want nothing sticking together. Okay? And coat it well. Take the time to coat it well. All right? We're going to do 3 spoonfuls because we don't want to overcrowd the pan. If you overcrowd the pan, you're going to have a big old mess. Okay? And what you can do with this is you can save that for later. Put some plastic wrap on top of this bowl or aluminum foil. Put this in the refrigerator, and when you all want some more tonight, you can just always double back and fry you another batch, okay? And I believe that's what I'm going to do with this here. All right, and really it's that simple, okay? So then this goes in, and we're going to dredge this just like so. All right, this will be cooked later. See, I'm taking the time. You want to get this well coated. My oil is nice and heated up, but I'm going to show you exactly how to make sure that your oil is heated up to 350 degrees. Because if it's not, and your oil's not hot enough, you're going to have a mess on your hands, okay? So let's make sure that that oil is nice and hot. See how I'm making sure? It's coated, but we want to make sure that it's coated, okay? Just like this, and then kind of separate the pieces, all right? So, meet me over this way. Oh, by the way, I told you all that I was going to let you all know how this pan worked for me that Dion got. I absolutely love it. You hear me? Okay, so you see when I just put the flour in, let me do it one more time. If it sizzles right away, that oil's hot. If you take that flour and you put it in there and that flour sinks to the bottom, it ain't ready. Don't put nothing in there, okay? Medium-high heat is the heat that you're going to want to use. Now, oven temperatures and stove temperatures may vary, okay? So here's what we're going to do. You can use your fingers and you can let the cornmeal fall between your fingertips, or you can use a slotted spoon. Okay, let's see. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my fingers, and I'm going to let the cornmeal and the flour go between my fingertips, and then I'm just going to throw this in. I'm kind of patting it up against here. Don't throw it in because it will splash you and it will splash anyone else that's in the kitchen with you. So just kind of lower it down. Just being very careful, okay? You all know how to be careful. Absolutely you do. Hey, listen here. Anything that I can make in this kitchen, you all can do as well. Absolutely you can. This recipe is very simple and it tastes so good. I'm so excited to eat this. It's been quite a while since I had fried okra. Ooh-wee, my mouth is watering. Okay, everybody, you can see that it's starting to cook up. Everything is floating, and it might look like a lot of your batter is coming off, but it's not. It's just fine. This is how it cooks up. All right? I'm so excited. This doesn't take hardly any time. But what I don't want you to do, I don't want you to go in with your spatula or your fork messing with it. They'll get golden brown when they're ready. And once they're golden brown, that means that the crust is on there and you don't have to worry about the crust falling off. Because if we go in right now with a fork or a spatula, your crust is going to fall off because it hasn't formed that beautiful crust that we all love. Give it a chance to form the crust before you go in with a spatula or a spoon. All right, medium-high heat only. Okay, just showing you all what they look like. They've been cooking for probably 3 to 4 minutes. It's okay to touch it now, okay? It's okay, I promise. It's okay to touch it because it's formed that crust. And now all we want is we want that nice color. Once that color sits in, I'm gonna pull these bad boys out. And you never want to cook them too long. You cook them too long and they'll get kind of slimy. Know when to take them out. You all know what golden brown looks like. When it's golden brown, you take them bad boys out. They are gonna be delicious. All you need is some ranch dressing. Mix you some ranch dressing and ketchup together and dip them bad boys. Whoo-wee! Matter of fact, I'm about to get my ranch and ketchup out right now. And I'm going to mix me up some ranch and ketchup. Make a little dipping sauce. Now let me show you all something. During this process, none of the flour, they're not done yet though. None of the flour, none of the cornmeal came off. That's because we didn't bother it. Okay? See that? Nice. We're just about to the point. And it should be see-through. It should have somewhat of a see-through look. Okay? So don't worry when you put it in and you start to see green and you think, oh my gosh, so my coating is falling off. Nope, it's not. It's not. You're going to see that. This is what it's going to look like, okay? Hey everybody, take a look at this. Our okra is done. I have that nice, beautiful golden brown color that we're all looking for. I'm going to turn our pan off. This took, I thought it was going to take much shorter time, but this took around about 10 minutes to cook and get that color that I love. Okay? See this here? Nice and beautiful. Let's go ahead and take it out. And then when I come back, we're going to plate this up. We're going to pray over our food, and we're going to give this a try. So I have the ketchup and the ranch dip right in the center of my plate. And we'll arrange the okra all around the dipping sauce. We're going to go at this bad boy. Look at this, guys. Take a look at this. Hoo-wee! And now what you're going to do, you want to go in with sea salt. Now, here's the thing. Don't get crazy with the sea salt. You just need a little bit, okay? Just a little bit will go a long way. You want to do it as soon as it comes out of the oil. If you don't, it won't have much flavor. Okay, that's enough, but here's the thing. If you don't want to use salt, that's just fine. You don't have to, okay? If you want to use a salt substitute, that's even better. All right? God bless this meal. Lord, we thank you for this meal. We thank you for your blessings and your love. We thank you for the roof over our head. Amen. Okay, everybody, I told you all that I was going to show you all my table from yesterday, from Mother's Day, at the end of this video. Now let's make our way back to our fried okra. Here's the part where I get excited. Let's dig in. Woo-wee! First you want to do, I want y'all to give this a taste. Let me know what y'all think in the message section below. Look at this. Look at that beautiful crust. Let's taste it without the sauce, and then we'll taste it with the sauce. Go ahead, give it a try. You all better grab you one. Because this whole plate is going to be gone in 2 seconds. Look at that one. That's a bonus. I'll take a bonus. Here's what I want to do. I'll tell you one thing. This right here, this is not slimy. This is so crunchy. It's so flavorful, and it is amazing. You hear me? I want to bite. I want to see if I can bite down into this one. I'll show you all what the inside should look like. Let me see if I can do that for you. I bit the whole thing. Let me see. It's kind of impossible because when I bite down in it, the crust falls off. Mm. But you all have tasted this before. You know what it looks like. Mm. Mm mm mm. Mm. Mm mm mm. If you all enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Mm mm mm. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click on that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload one of these awesome recipes. And as always, God bless each and every one of you. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night. Good night. Guys, I'm going to eat this whole plate.